What do we got ourselves? We got ourselves Akir as Draenei Paladin. A Draenei Paladin. We don't see Draenei like ever, dude. If ever, it's a female light force Draenei, but a male Draenei. Male, look at him flexing, boy. Look at this guy. We got Akir, we got Christina Lightspath. We got also Purple Haze and Zikari. Whoa, put a Feral instead of the good old Death Knight or the Rogue this time. Kind of red on Team Red with Maxel. We got, or Maxe? I guess Maxe. We got Nathansi. We got us also Bliv, and we got us Rovaz. It looks like Rovaz in red. Which one is going first? I guess Rovaz is going to be first. As always, guys, good luck and have fun. Buffs from Paladin. Keep them to yourselves. Warrior buffs. Mage buffs. Priest buff. You can share those. Warlock stones are okay. Mage food is allowed. Everything else, keep it to yourself. Be out of stealth and out of any kind of druid forms unless you are dueling. It's going to be Rovaz versus Akir. That's going to go for the Shield of Vengeance off the bat. Freeze and trap to interrupt. They're going to burn a trinket for that one. And Rovaz in a bad situation is going to follow up with a stun onto Akir. Try to see if we can force more defenses out of him. Not going to see a bubble or bop out of that. And Rovaz is going to get smacked with a Maledict. He's getting banding bandages in there. And it's going to have to go for the turtle shell. I called it banding bandage, by the way. I used to call them banding bandages from time to time. It's banding bandage. I know I'm not that stupid. And that's going to be Rovaz actually catching that camo. As he's able to sneak away and slink away from Akir. Akir is going to have a bit of a hard time trying to look for those dude. Actually impossible time unless you get the... Is it flexing? Unless you get to say... Oh, look at that mound. Oh my god, yeah, that's still one that mound. I never get the Legion one. I might as well just start farming rep for that one, honestly. Akir is waiting now for the eyes whenever those are available. Going to do a bit of quite a bit of Dragon Roars. Actually, it's going to be Rovaz coming out of south a little bit early. Try to get some damage rolling. That's going to be coordinated assault for him. And Akir is going to take quite a bit of damage. Going to get a Hodge secured onto Rovaz. Is that going to be defensive to follow? Doesn't look like he needs one as Akir just had no damage without those swings. That's going to be a freezing trap onto Akir to hold him in place. Rovaz is going to catch up himself with manic bandages for quite a bit. Again, right back into it. That's going to be minute-long wings for Akir. Bubba coming out a little bit early. Didn't want to trust himself with a bop. That's going to be a couple different judgments getting thrown at Rovaz. All those hammers flying. Going to be a pony up burn for Akir. And Rovaz trying to go for that feigned death. That's Akir still out in the open. Rovaz doesn't have a lot of health to work with. Discount slows. Is that going to be head freedom for Akir? He can still stay on this hunter this whole time. Does Rovaz have anything left, or is it going to go down? Freezing trap as a last-ditch bit of effort. If he landed that freezing trap, that actually would have been perfect, but he didn't, because Akir, all he has is a bop, and that's no way out of a freezing trap. Gonna be Michio climbing down on his face with a blip, popping up some big cooldowns right now, bursts it through Akir, and he's not even gonna waste a bop. Had a Shield of Vengeance coming up at the very last second, but that's about all he had. Christina is up next, though. Trying to get an opener onto Obliv. Going to be a trinket for Obliv a little bit early, seeing those Phoenixes flying. Is he going to be playing the Blink build, or is he going for that Shimmer good old play style? Nope, looks like he is probably playing the Blink. I guess we'll see next time Christina gets a stun on him. Christina is actually going to go for big damage of their own, get a bite onto Obliv. He does temper a lot of that back. Bash onto Obliv right now. That's going to be with a Maledict to follow. A big bite. He does get a shield right after. Into a breath onto Christina. Trying to send more Pyroblast at Christina. Gonna force Crusader behind the wall right now, and this is where Obliv can get behind his own area. It looks like he is gonna be playing the Blink build. Every time he blinks, he gets Blazing Barrier again. So you can cycle through a defensive a lot and actually get a couple ticks of food with Christina getting away so far away. This guy was able to blink and went for food immediately. Tried to steal a couple buffs from Christina, and he's gonna have those shields back up every time he has a blink. So he's cycling, and if he can maximize it, he can get a shield, blink, shield, and if he can like separate those, you basically can have a shield every 15 seconds, which is huge. It does do some damage back to Christina, but mostly that heal that happens with the shield, or I guess the absorb that happens. Gonna be a Pyroblast coming out onto Christina. But they're still trying to set up bleeds onto Obliv. Another blink coming out. Can use those blinks defensively in order to get out of a stun if he wants to. Does advantage with playing blink instead of shimmer. But he could also play him offensively, use that for straight up mobility. And sometimes you see Obliv doing that. Going to be an ice block a little bit early for Obliv. I don't really know if he needed to. I guess he thought maybe, you know what, in this situation, I do need to get an ice block in. Stun to Obliv does get a breath into Christina. Is he gonna follow up with more damage? No, just getting those crits in there, proccing out those Pyro Blasts back to back. I think he's just waiting out for his combustion, which is gonna be up in about 5 seconds. Temporal to hold him off for a little bit, and Christina's still holding on to a trinket. No wall available, no heal. Interrupt on Obliv on fire with a bit of a bash. Gonna be a blink for Obliv for that bash. Does get a breath onto Christina. Meteor coming down, trying to get a fireball in. There's gonna be a lot of crits available. Does Obliv have enough abilities in order to combo them together off of big crits? Christina's trying to get away from him ASAP, trying to see if he can land a regrowth. Maybe we'll see a blink out of Obliv. Combustion does run out, but Christina's health is so low. If he can even land those scorches on Christina, I think he actually might be able to scorch Christina's health down. Breath as Christina shifts into Kitty Cat. More seals from all those buffs. That's going to be wall for Christina. Has Renew available in just a little bit. Pop it into that bear form. Should probably use Renew in bear form. No, going to use it in cat form right now. Scorches to follow some more. Obliv not giving Christina any goes, but Christina's hots are going to be allowing them to come back in health a lot faster than we are to expect. And I feel like this duel is, give me a second, boys. I'm gonna put on my duels playlist. I don't think Christina will pop Inkar, and I think they're just trying to see if they can bleed out Obliv. It's not gonna happen. Well, shields coming up, but he's always able to get those shields rolling every time there's any kind of bleeds, because you don't have a big bite to actually cash into Obliv's health. And I believe he does have some healing. Every time he uses Instacast, he gets a heal, because he does regen his health fairly easily, which is insane for a Fire Mage, because they have so many Instacasts anyway. More spell steals for Christina. I guess he's just trying to spell steal every time Christina has instant cast available. Just trying to keep Christina's health low. Try to see if he can land a poly. Not gonna happen. Christina's gonna catch that reset. How are you gonna deal with this Obliv? This is the first time I think we've seen a mage just easily obliterate a feral like that, or deal with feral, except for Spart, who is Arcane Mage. You can blink around ferals all day. And Obliv is going to go for some big damage, and Christina going to be a bash. It looks like he doesn't have a blink for that one, and Christina is going to be able to scurry away. Going to be a massive pyro, and Christina does use Renewal to get a lot of health back. Bring wall on this damage against Obliv. Going to be a breath to separate these two into a small fireball. Hopefully, I feel like Obliv might as well get that talent where every fireball you can get your cooldowns back faster. Does slam Christina down with a meteor while kept him rooted. We could actually steal those thorns. That's perfect opportunity. Christina actually realizes they're attacking into thorns for just a second. Bailed out for just a second. Another Swiftman for him. More fireballs for Obliv. Fireballing whenever he can. I guess he does have Tinder in order to get a couple fireballs from time to time, and he does try to catch in on them. When he kind of damage he can get. Could steal the bubble off from Christina. Not gonna happen. It's actually just gonna keep scorching Christina. Pyroblast to follow Christina's actually in the execute range. Blinking in. Interrupting Christina the last moment. That's actually gonna be a dead Pharaoh right there with Pyroblast taking him out. Who is up next versus our boy Obliv? Who's it gonna be? Is it gonna be Light's Path? Is it gonna be Purple? It looks like it's gonna be Zikati, but it looks like Purple Haze was getting excited to get in there too. Zikati, how is he gonna do that, man? Trinket brands onto Zikati of the bat with a meteor to follow. Not gonna smack him down, actually walking the feral out of the way. But Zikati's taking quite a bit of damage off the bat in the open, even though meteor didn't hit him right in the head. Scorches a continue to come out for Oblivion. Zikati's saving that kick for quite a bit. Might be, oh wait, he actually doesn't even have a kick to begin with. Matic onto Oblivion right now. Temporal is available. Is he gonna be able to get a heal from Temporal? Looks like he was able to get some of it, but some of it was hit by a necrotic. That's gonna be Zikati actually breath above. With about half health left, still playing that Worgen, making it work. I actually really like this Morgan Worgen. I feel like with the eyes, it just fits really, really well, in my opinion. Also, Torrent looked really good with that one because of the eyes. That's going to be Obliv getting opened up by Zikati. Time to get all the cooldowns back up and running. Zikati's waiting for the big incarnation to really make a play. He needs to be aware of the thorns. Pretty sure he's running thorns. Going to interrupt Obliv on fire, and that's actually going to be Ice Block for Obliv. Decided to wait it out with a Fire CD, Fire Interrupt in an Ice Block. Interesting move. Might pay him off for later. Might not. Is going to go for food. Does he get any ticks though? Does Zikati interrupt him? He can't. No, Obliv actually, no. He stopped the food. He got himself a shield way early before Zikati even opened on him. That's going to be another Skull Bash. As Obliv could go for some combustion. That's a big damage, but he got interrupted on fire, which is the worst for him. Has a blink available, I think, if he needs to. Is he going to do it? Meteor on one side. Is Zikati going to hit it? Zikati actually walked right into it. Was afraid of Obliv more than the Meteor. So that was unexpected. Bash into Obliv to follow. Does he have a blink for this one? I don't think he even needs to. I think he's just waiting. He only blinks whenever he doesn't have his shield up and running. He's going to burn his shield first. He's going to have a second blink for the other shield. That's going to be Trinkets actually popping off at Zikati. Could steal, spell steal, does spell steal the safeguard Trinket. Zikati is naked out in the open with Phoenix is chasing after him. Doesn't Obliv get him here. Zikati is trying to go for as much healing as possible. Incarnation to get some range damage going. That's going to be, to get some offensive pressure going. Does even use the talent to build himself 5 calm points to get a big bot into Obliv. Does land himself an instant cast in there, but Pyro Blast blast and continue to burn the fur. It's just the worst setup against the fire mage. As he go down, he goes down to the mastery. Obliv just burned him down to the ground. Purple Haze is up next. The most mobile, one of the more mobile class in the game, is going to interrupt Obliv with an imprison. He's going to trick it out of it. Not going to land the polymorphs. It's going to be a shadow meld for purple. Does land a stun onto Obliv, forcing out that blink a little bit early. Does he land polymorph? No! Actually, Obliv silences himself, trying to go for the polymorph in the air. Not going to happen. Is that temporal going to keep him flowing though? That temporal used to proc. The temporal proc to the last minute, and Obliv got himself a shield rolling. Purple Haze is going to land another stun onto Obliv. Going to be a blink for Obliv. Into the wall. Does land a meteor maybe? Yeah, throw down a meteor, but I don't think Purple Haze got hit by it. Purple Haze is staying ahead of Obliv. He's like, he's gonna get rooted. He knows this. He's gonna get CC'd. He's gonna be ahead of where Obliv wants to go. He's actually playing this very, very carefully. He knows exactly where he wants to go. Blink as soon as that stun came out. What was a blink? That was an intense, perfect picture, perfect time blink. He was stunned for just a mere half a second. That's going to be tricking out of Purple Haze right now. Obliv is kind of out in the open. Try to see if he can land a poly. Does land one. No trick available for Purple. And Obliv finally gets himself a little bit of reset. He's going to go for combustion. Going to be in prison. Onto Obliv. That's going to be a lot of his cooldowns just going to waste. And Purple is going to get back in there as soon as Obliv doesn't have any of those cooldowns available. You know this Obliv does get himself a bit of an instant cast. Is going to get a tempo rolling. Does Purple Haze dispel it? I think he does dispel it. Obliv tried to layer himself with a bunch of dots. Going to blink out of that stun and trying to drop another meteor breath onto Purple. Does land on him to freeze right there. And Obliv again layering more dot or more of the little buffs on himself. Even slow fall just so Purple Haze has a harder time dispelling all those buffs back to back. IBM barely reaching Obliv but still does hit him. That's going to be mad following up. I think Obliv is done. He's going to get that cauterized rocket right now. Is not going to be able to keep him alive. Barely has any health, and that's taken away. And I think honestly that cauterized ended him just now. That was probably the worst way of doing this. And Purple Haze, he has Metamorphosis for just a little bit longer. He's not letting Kinda Red have any kind of honor duel. He just wants to burn as much damage into him as he can, get all that leech. As Kinda Red try to get him the honor duel, not gonna happen. Kinda Red has a Vendetta already pre-rolling into Purple, blind into the sap. If he goes for a full stun lock wombo combo, he could honestly just get him right here. Oh, cheap shot. Kidney shot came out a little bit early. Purple Haze is taking quite a bit of damage, but is gonna be able to bail out. Shot a step forward, Kinda Red, and Purple is gonna go flying up in there. Kinda Red hopefully has a vanish. A cloaking shot is for this. Took quite a bit of a pot shot throw up in there. Is going to vanish off that. Purple is going to go for the eyes ASAP just so he can catch the rogue. Gonna use mobility just to get the hell out of there. And I think he just went for a shadow mill too. And this is going to go for the other eyes. Doesn't have the demon hunter eyes anymore. He's going to pick him up. Sap comes in, and Purple is again out in the open. No tricking for about 15 more seconds. Can he survive this? Garrote to follow, giving him an opportunity right now. Started to cut the red off that. It's going to be a trick to follow. Purple Haze does get into Demonic right now, trying to dodge, juke around Kinda Red. Went for the blade dance. This is going to be annihilated onto Kinda Red. No evasion. And he does go down to death. Not going to hold him in place. Not going to keep him alive. And next is going to be Marcel. Marseille? How do I say his name? Magzay? Big Mac. Can you call him Big Mac? Mac boy. Mackie. You got this, Mac. I believe in you. Start onto Purple. Trick it out coming out. That's going to be a blur available for Purple for just a few more seconds from the vengeful retreat. Stun onto Marcel. He's going to have the reflect available for quite a bit of time, but he's going to bail out before the rain of fire really starts to take him out bit by bit. It's going to bail out of that for just a second. Get him back in there, though. He's a Fury Warrior. Demon Hunter's kind of counter Fury. That's going to be as soon as Marcel gets a charge. Maxel gets a charge. Trying to get the Bloodthirst in. That's going to be a Blade Dance for Purple. Maxel rolls the stun so he doesn't have double charge. It's going to be a little bit of a weird setup today for him, because he doesn't have the full healing build, which I think he might need against Purple. It's going to go for that Shield of Enraged Regeneration right now versus Purple. Try to get him in a stun. Is going to have Reflect available, and Purple's going to get hit with a Magic. No village to heal. Is going to send a Magic and a Mag, but does he get hit by it? I don't think he does. I think because of it in prison, he actually doesn't get hit by it, which is weird. That was probably a misclick by Purple. Maxwell is just waiting out for a little bit. Purple gets in there, Blade Dance above his head, and then bails the hell out. Does get a stun on Maxwell. Wise mid-air is going to try to use this opportunity to get as much damage as he can. Fear onto Purple. That's going to Maxwell get a charge stun with Comedic Shot. Try to see if he can get some healing. Anything out of Purple is going to get a Reflect rolling. Purple is going to go up in the air. Maxwell, does he have enough health to work with? No! He gets spiked from above. The Fellfire raining from above. Nothing he can do with Nathanas. Nathansi is up next. Now, Tansi is going to try to see if he can get an opener. Purple Haze is actually going to deny that with, what is it called? Immolation Aura. Immolation Aura. I-beam? What? I think purple DC'd. I think purple just DC'd. No, he did DC. He DC'd on an I-beam. Oh my god, and Athansi's not gonna give him a chance to come back. It looks like Lightspath will have to finish it off. Lightspath is getting in there, man. He hasn't got to play in quite a bit of while in these duels. So he's just trying to see if he can cap out a Feral. And Athansi went all the way back to his side of the pillar. I think he'll try to get himself a reset. Maybe an honor duel with Lightspath. It looks like those slows are coming out. Lightspath is going to try to pony up after Athansi getting the slows up and running. It's going to be big damage. Does get the judgment rolling. I think he's got to get his abilities backwards. I don't think he even threw a judgment at the Athansi to get a massive Templars, but maybe I could have been wrong. He's just still trying to chip away at Athansi's health, whatever amount of health he has. Shield of Vengeance is gonna pop. I think Lightspath is just out there standing in the open. Yep, he's just BMing at this point. Just BMing. Imagine if the Athansi could get away, reheal, and got you there. That would have been awesome. I believe Purple, you guys played amazing. Holy shit. I mean, DCM, FFS, Blizzard, fix it. That's the worst, dude. I know with Demon Hunters, they're like one of the classes that DCs the most. I remember Fell Rush, if you were to Fell Rush off of smooth on a non-smooth surface, it just DC'd. Fell Rush midair, DC. Double jump, DC.